Now let's dive deep into this big LGBTQ story for today. I'm Larry Farver, and let's queer up business. Meta closes diversity inclusion program and removes LGBTQ pride theme from the app. Meta Platforms Incorporated, the parent company of Facebook and Instagram, has had what LGBTQ activists describe as the worst month in its history. Meta has ended its diversity, equity, and inclusion program and removed LGBTQ pride themes from its platforms, sparking outrage among queer employees and allies. The decision follows similar moves by companies like John Deere and Walmart. Meta's DEI program previously influenced its hiring, training, and vendor selection. According to an internal memo sent to its employees, the company cited the U.S. Supreme Court rulings and growing criticism of DEI initiatives and linked it to perceptions of preferential treatment. Instead, Meta stated it would focus on, quote, fair and consistent practices that mitigate bias for all, end quote. On the other hand, the decision to remove the pride themes comes after the new hate speech policy changes the platform made. These changes allow users to label queer people as mentally ill. This shift has led to an internal backlash, with some employees identifying as LGBTQ+ and mentally ill, reportedly taking sick leave. Despite criticism, Meta claims its core values remain intact. However, Mark Zuckerberg's decision to eliminate fact-checkers and revamp DEI policies has intensified scrutiny of Meta's stance on queer issues, especially now when the anti-LGBTQ Trump is about to take office. Well, it's a lot of hypocrisy, smoke and mirrors. It's disgusting. Without naming companies, I've seen that in some circles that I am in outside of the studio, and it's disappointing. I was privileged, 5 years ago to work in the New York greater New York City area in New Jersey, and worked for many companies for over 20 years where Pride was always part of the celebrations. Yeah. So it's going to really be interesting to see if there's an opportunity with the elimination of many DEI departments, if other groups besides our community are cut out, and maybe it'll be an opportunity for us to unite with other communities outside of our LGBT community to have a voice and hopefully turn some things around.
I feel like there's like a big fire happening over there that we're not aware of yet.
Yes.
They've made so many changes. We highlighted some of them there. He moved some of his workers from California to Texas. He hasn't really tried to hide the fact at all that he's making these changes because of political influence. Like, it's pretty blatant. And I think it all comes down to what's going on with TikTok, because social media companies are afraid that the more progressive they appear, or shall I say, the less hateful they appear, the more the government's going to come after them. And especially with the incoming presidency, I think. Well,
and it's interesting to see what other new social media platforms arise. I know several people that I'm acquainted with personally as well on social media who are migrating to Blue Sky. So we'll be interesting to see what that platform becomes, if it's a safe haven or if they're haters on the right that somehow try to dismantle up and coming companies that protect us and value us.
That's right. Well, that is a big LGBTQ story for today. There's no other queer nonprofit media platform like this in the entire world. Support our LGBTQ stories by subscribing and sharing Queer News Tonight.